Across the vast stretches of America lie entire towns, frozen in time. Rusted signs creak in the wind. Homes sit abandoned, their curtains swaying like forgotten whispers. These are ghost towns, and behind their silence hides something darker. Some were abandoned overnight, others slowly choked by disaster, disease, or fear, but all of them carry secrets, chilling ones. Today on Urban Lore, we journey into the forgotten ruins of America's ghost towns and uncover the eerie truths that still haunt them. Let's begin with, what exactly is a ghost town? A ghost town isn't just a place without people. It's a place where something went wrong. These towns were once full of life, miners chasing gold, families building futures, workers building the American dream. But one by one, they were abandoned, and time did the rest. Some fell due to economic collapse. Others were poisoned by the very industries that built them, and a few were simply too haunted to stay in. Now, all that remains are crumbling walls, rusted tools, and stories begging to be told. Let's visit some of America's eeriest ghost towns. Ian 1. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Imagine a fire that never stops burning. In 1962, a coal seam under Centralia caught fire, and it's still burning today. The ground cracked open, toxic smoke leaked through the streets. People were forced to flee, homes condemned. Today, only a handful remain, surrounded by graffiti-covered highways and underground hellfire. It's so haunting, it inspired the horror game Silent Hill. 2. Bodie, California. Bodie was once booming with gold rush fever. Over 10,000 people lived there, miners, gamblers, outlaws. But when the gold dried up, so did the town. Now it's perfectly preserved, eerily frozen. Plates still sit on tables, desks remain in classrooms, but locals say Bodie is cursed. Steal from the town, and bad luck will follow. Rangers receive packages every year, people begging to return stolen items and lift the curse. 3. Rhyolite, Nevada. Built in the desert on the dreams of gold, Rhyolite rose fast and collapsed even faster. It had electricity before most U.S. cities, a stock exchange, a train station. But in just a few years, it was gone. Now, wind whistles through its shattered windows, and strange art installations loom among the ruins, desert ghosts staring back at us. 4. Cahaba, Alabama. Once Alabama's first state capital, Cahaba was abandoned after devastating floods and outbreaks of disease. Its graveyards are now overgrown, and its buildings are sinking into the soil. Locals whisper about voices in the night, and children's laughter echoing through empty ruins. So, what really causes a town to die? Some vanish due to economic collapse. When the gold, oil, or coal runs out, people leave. Others fall to natural disasters, floods, fires, droughts. Entire communities wiped out in days. Then there's toxic contamination. Places like Times Beach, Missouri, where chemical exposure made the town too dangerous to live in. In some cases, the government steps in. Towns like Hanford, Washington, were emptied to make way for nuclear development. And finally, there's the unknown. Fear, superstition. Towns where people disappeared or claimed they were cursed. When the reason isn't clear, the mystery grows. And so do the legends. These places don't just decay, they whisper. Ghost towns aren't just empty, they're full of stories. And some of those stories are darker than history dares to admit. In Bodie, California, visitors speak of a strange presence. Doors creaking shut on their own, cold hands brushing against their necks. Park rangers receive dozens of returned items every year. Relics stolen by tourists who claim they were cursed the moment they left. Letters accompany the packages. "Please take it back," they write. "Ever since I brought this rock home, I've had nothing but accidents and nightmares." In the ruins of Cahaba, Alabama, a different story lingers. They say you can hear children laughing at night echoing through the bones of collapsed buildings. But there are no children there. Not anymore. Then there are the ghost lights of Marfa, Texas. Near the edges of abandoned outposts, strange glowing orbs flicker in the sky. No explanation, no clear source. Locals say the spirits of travelers and lost pioneers still roam those lands. Some believe these places aren't truly abandoned, just occupied by something else. Frozen in time. What's left behind, there's something haunting about what's left behind. You walk into a ghost town and see a dinner table, still set. Dishes arranged like someone was about to eat, but never did. A schoolhouse, half collapsed, with chalk still clinging to the board. Notebooks open, pencils resting across pages mid-sentence. Rusted cars with keys still in the ignition, toys strewn across front yards. It's as if the people vanished in an instant. These towns aren't just old, they're frozen, like a pause button was hit, and time moved on without them. And when you step into that silence, it feels like something is watching. Not angry, not welcoming, just aware. These aren't ruins. They're time capsules of lives that once were, and maybe echoes of those lives still linger. But now, something strange is happening. In a strange twist, ghost towns are getting a second life, not from the people who once lived there, but from us. Urban explorers and YouTubers now travel across the country, documenting these decaying relics. Drone footage soars over abandoned rooftops. TikToks go viral showcasing untouched homes and hidden messages scratched into walls. AI artists are recreating ghost towns digitally, showing us how they looked in their prime. Entire 3D models of Bodie, Centralia, and others are being brought back to life, virtually. And some towns, they're being turned into movie sets, haunted attractions, and history tours. A few are even seeing new residents, survivalists, artists, and those seeking off-grid peace. But that raises a deeper question. Should we be doing this? Should we dig up the past just to entertain ourselves? Or should some places stay forgotten? Ghost towns are more than abandoned buildings. They're stories with no endings. They remind us how fragile civilization can be, how quickly things built over decades can fall apart in days. Whether cursed by fire, drowned in flood, or swallowed by silence, these towns echo a single truth. Nothing lasts forever. But sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. If this journey into America as Forgotten Corners gave you chills, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Urban Lore. And remember, next time you pass through a lonely town, look closer. The walls may not be talking, but they're watching.